What happened to Shekinah Garner after 90 Day Fiance Season 11 amid behind-the-scenes castmate drama? Shekinah Garner recently exited 90 Day Fiance Season 11, and it's time for an update on her current life as a behind-the-scenes feud is taking place. Shekinah debuted in the franchise in 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way Season 5, when she moved to Turkey to pursue her relationship with Sarper Güven. The pair's journey was followed once more in The Other Way Season 6, before Sarper moved to America on the K-1 visa and married Shekinah in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11. Shekinah and Sarper, both in their mid-40s, have carved themselves out as a unique couple in the franchise, and they've drummed up a lot of interest. Currently, Happily Ever After? Season 9 is airing, and Shekinah and Sarper are absent from the spin-off, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are done with the network for good. Shekinah and Sarper's 90 Day Fiancé journey. When Shekinah moved to Turkey in The Other Way Season 5, she had planned to return home every other month to meet up with her daughter, who was in boarding school in California. Shekinah and Sarper met on a dating app and fell in love. Sarper notoriously had slept with over 2,500 women before he met Shekinah, but was ready to drop his bad boy behavior in favor of settling down. However, Shekinah and Sarper had several major communication breakdowns, and one of their fights even turned physical when Sarper ripped out one of Shekinah's extensions out. Moreover, Sarper made a terrible impression on Shekinah's sister, Sharia, saying that Shekinah acted like a. Despite their glaring relationship red flags, Shekinah and Sarper have always maintained how much they love each other. Over the last few years, it has been revealed that Sarper has a child from a previous relationship that he does not see, that he wants another child while Shekinah does not, and that Sarper has been married before, although he said he never loved his E. Sarper and Shekinah had 90 Day Fiancé's first ever bedding, and although Sarper was getting cold feet, he went through with the marriage. Shekinah got approval from her daughter to marry Sarper as well. Shekinah is not living in post-marital bliss. When Shekinah and Sarper arrived at the 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 tell-all, they were not in a good place. Their time spent married was marked by frequent arguments and emotional struggles, with Shekinah feeling unsupported and Sarper feeling like Shekinah was making him crazy. Sarper said he moved out of Shekinah's place for 10 days, that they had a tense Christmas, and that they weren't in a good place. The only thing going for them was their cell life, although they spent the night before the tell-all apart. However, at the tell-all, Shekinah complained that she never got a wedding ring and banned from Sarper. But he surprised Shekinah by delivering both. They had several fights during the tell-all, but the ring quieted things down. Online, Shekinah has shared several cryptic Instagram stories related to what seems like a breakup, but the truth remains dubious. Last month, Sarper and Shekinah were spotted at the airport in Miami with Sarper's parents, which means the pair are still trying to make things work. Imani Jalasi is releasing a diss track about Shekinah. Besides her relationship with Sarper, Shekinah has been feuding with her 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 co-star, Imani Jalasi. Imani had pre-warned Shekinah via Instagram DM that she was sorry for whatever she was going to say about Shekinah. At the tell-all, Shekinah had an attitude towards Imani, and criticized Imani's new plastic surgery reasoning. Imani also called Shekinah out for asking her privately if her throuple girlfriend, Eni Aguirre, was trans. Imani accused Shekinah of being fake and calculated regarding her plastic surgery and social media behavior, while Shekinah said Imani's criticisms were projections fueled by jealousy and a need for attention. The women left the tell-all in a confrontation, and Imani has taken it to new heights. Do Shekinah and Sarper have a future in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise? Even though Shekinah and Sarper are hot and cold and have many communication issues that are a detriment to their marriage, they are a highly entertaining couple. The two are not afraid to give 90 Day Fiancé fans a real impression of their relationship, even if it is destructive to their images. What's more, 3 of Shekinah's 5 sisters appeared in Season 11 to meet Sarper and lend advice and opinions on their relationship. The glam nature of Shekinah and her family coupled with the harsh takes given made viewers question if Shekinah, Sarper, and Shekinah's family could potentially get their own spin-off, like the family Chantel. Since Shekinah and Sarper are experiencing marital problems, they would make good candidates to land on 90 Day, The Last Resort, the franchise's therapy-style spin-off. While 90 Day Fiance couple Shekinah and Sarper don't currently have their journey on air, they are popular enough and have enough plot within their relationship to remain as franchise figures with potential shows in their future. Why are 90 Day Fiancés? Loren Brovarnik and Elizabeth Castrovet fighting? All about their feud. Warning: the following contains major spoilers for 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. During Season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, tensions heightened between longtime besties Loren Brovarnik and Elizabeth Castrovet when Elizabeth announced that she was planning on moving to Moldova with her husband, Andrei. For the first time in Happily Ever After history, three couples, Loren and Alexei Brovarnik, Elizabeth and Andrei Castrovet, and Yara Zaya and Jovi Dufresne, shared a connected storyline throughout the season. A main reason for this connection was Loren and Elizabeth's friendship. Loren and I have confided in each other for 4 to 5 years now, Elizabeth said. We have strict girl code, and both have that understanding with each other. However, after Elizabeth announced their potential move to Moldova, it became clear that Loren and Alexei could no longer hold back on their distaste for Andrei. Let's just say, once the floodgates were open, there was no turning back. Scroll to find out everything we know about why Loren and Elizabeth are fighting, leading up to the tell-all, including a recap of everything that went down between Loren and Alexei, Elizabeth and Andrei, and Yara and Jovi this season. Where did Loren and Elizabeth's fight start? To put it plain and simple, on a double date with Yara and Jovi, Alexei and Loren called Andrei AD*CK. From there, rumors spiraled, friendships were broken, and the three couples' trip to the mountains turned out to be far colder than expected. However, when it comes to the origin of their argument, all signs point back to Yara spilling that Alexei and Loren had some choice words to say about Elizabeth's husband. Why did Elizabeth confront Loren at Yara's party? The real drama began at Yara's new business launch party when Elizabeth revealed, "Alex and Loren went behind my back and said all these mean things about my husband." Confronting her then bestie, Elizabeth told Loren, "I did hear through the grapevine that you think that my husband is a horrible person." Naturally, Loren told Elizabeth that she didn't recall saying that, but by then, the damage had already been done. Loren later specified, "I think that maybe the way Andrei talks to you is horrible. He's very aggressive, and in that sense, it's horrible. It sucks. The situation, not him." Adding insult to injury, Loren admitted, "I'm sorry if I said your husband was a DCK. I think he can be a D*CK, and I'm telling you that." How did Loren find out that Andrei reads her and Elizabeth's texts? After telling viewers that she has been protecting Loren for years, Elizabeth spilled the beans on everything Loren had told her about her relationship with Alexei. She told him, "You talk about her king weight, and how you body shame her." Alexei then brought over his wife to clear the air. Once all four of them were together, Andrei announced, "I read the text messages. I looked into that conversation, and I looked at her king text messages, and I know what you're talking about." To Elizabeth's credit, she seemed taken aback that Andrei had read their conversation as well. What happened between Loren and Elizabeth at Lake Placid? While Yara was understandably mad that her two friends had an explosive argument at the important event she was hosting, Yara attempted to mend their relationship by inviting both couples on a ski trip to Lake Placid. However, bringing all three couples together only seemed to make matters worse. In the mountains, Elizabeth and Loren tried to mend their relationship. However, Loren thought that they were back on good terms, but Elizabeth continued to stir the pot. She told Yara, "I wasn't going to say anything, but, Loren, was just saying you were just, Miami got to your head, and just nasty comments about you and things you wear." When Yara confronted Loren about making fun of her, Loren denied Elizabeth's claims and said, "You literally f***ing inspire me." After Loren and Yara reconciled, Loren and Alexei left the resort early. Where do Loren and Elizabeth stand today? Heading into the four-part tell-all, it's clear that Loren and Elizabeth are not on good terms. During the preview alone, both Elizabeth and Loren could be seen arguing with each other, culminating in Loren yelling "shut up" at Elizabeth from across the stage. To make matters worse, all of the couples from the season will be living together during the tell-all, so it's clear that the couples didn't leave the drama in Lake Placid.